What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. So the Blazers finally get another win, and they win 122-103 on the road against the Washington Wizards. In that first quarter, Isaiah Thomas only takes 88 seconds and ends up getting ejected for a hostile act towards the ref, which, in my opinion, was like he hit the ref in the chest, but I don't think they had to do him dirty like that. I think they could have just gave him a tech or something like that and let him play the game, but that pretty much messed him up. That's in terms of the starting lineup, because Bradley Beal didn't play as well, and they did respond pretty well in the first quarter. They ended up going on a 9-0 run to end that quarter, and we're up 31-27. Ish Smith came in and he dropped 10 points right away on 4 of 6 from the field. He goes 2 of 3 from 3, had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a turnover. And then McCray, he had a big night, but had 6 points on 2 of 4 from the field, goes 0 of 2 from 3, and he had 2 rebounds. For that quarter, the Wiz shot 57% from the field. They go 33% from 3. They had 4 assists, 10 rebounds, 21 bench points, which is a huge key factor for the Wiz this entire game. And they also had 4 turnovers. For the Blazers, Melo started off hot, and he went for 6 points on 3 of 5 from the field, goes for 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Also, CJ McCollum, he finished up with 6 points on 3 of 6 from the field, goes 0 of 1 from 3, had 3 assists, a turnover, and a steal. For the Blazers, they shot 56% from the field, only 20% from 3. They had 6 assists, 9 rebounds, 3 turnovers, and they only had 4 bench points. In the second quarter, the bench pretty much kept them in the game again for the Wizards. Ish Smith was a leading point man at the time with 14 points on 5 of 9 from the field, goes 2 of 4 from 3, had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a turnover. And then McCray kind of got it going. He had 13 points on 4 of 12 from the field, goes 0 of 4 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a turnover. And then off the bench, a former G League player, Garrison Matthews, he put up 13 points on 4 of 5 from the field. All 4 of his baskets were from 3. The Wizards shot 47% from the field, 38% from 3. They had 11 assists, 18 rebounds, and 6 turnovers. And the bench, after halftime, had 42 points. For the Blazers, Dame Lillard goes off, and he ends up scoring 13 points in the second quarter for 16 points total, 5 of 10 from the field, goes 1 of 2 from 3, had 2 rebounds, assists, and a turnover. Hassan Whiteside, he was killing it all night. He had 12 points on 4 of 7 from the field, goes for 9 rebounds, a turnover, and had 2 blocks at the time. Also, Melo, the Blazers decided to go through Melo quite often in this game, and it worked out really well for them. In the first half, he finished up with 11 points on 5 of 7 from the field, goes for 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Also, Mario Hezonja, in his first game back, he came in that second quarter, and he was doing his thing. He had 7 points on 3 of 6 from the field, goes 0 of 3 from 3, and he also had a steal. Field goal percentage for the Blazers in that second quarter, they were shooting 57% from the field. They go 27% from 3. They had 9 assists, 18 rebounds, and 4 turnovers. And the Blazers were up 8, 66-58. In that third quarter, McCray had it going pretty good. He finished up with 22 points on 7 of 20 from the field, goes 1 of 7 from 3, had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a turnover, and a block. And then Matthews, he still kept it going. He ended up hitting another 3, had 16 points on 5 of 8 from the field, goes 5 of 7 from 3, and he also had 2 rebounds. For the Blazers, or actually the Wizards, their shooting was really cold in that quarter. I think they only scored 20 in that third quarter. But they go for 39% from the field, 31% from 3, 14 assists, 34 rebounds, and they had 10 turnovers. For the Blazers, Dame Lillard was going he had it going. He went for 22 points on 6 of 14 from the field, goes 1 of 5 from 3, had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a turnover. And what I liked the most from Dame was he wasn't really taking a lot of those crazy threes. He was trying to attack the basket a lot in this game and ended up getting a lot of his points, especially through 3 quarters from the foul line. CJ, he had it going all night. He went for 22 points, 9 of 15 from the field. He didn't shoot it well from 3. He only took, at the time, he took 2 of 6 from 3. Had a rebound, 4 assists, a turnover, and a steal. The Blazers were shooting 52% from the field and 19% from 3. So I'm glad that they decided not to go crazy on the 3-pointers because they just didn't have it tonight. They also had 12 assists, 31 rebounds, and only 6 turnovers. And the Blazers led by 13, 91-78 after 3. In the first quarter, McRae tried to get his guys going, and they ended up getting the score all the way down to like 6 points for a while. But McRae ended up finishing with 35 points, which is one off his career high. But he shot 12 of 26 from the field, goes 4 of 10 from 3, had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and a block. Garrison Matthews finished up with 18 points on 6 of 9 from the field, goes 5 of 7 from 3, had 2 rebounds and an assist. For the game, they shoot 42% from the field, 33% from 3-point land. They had 19 assists and 41 rebounds. They also had 12 turnovers. And if it wasn't for the 76 bench points that they scored, the Wiz would have been in a bad way because they only had one guy that was a starter in double figures, which was Troy Brown Jr. Dame Lillard ended up finishing up with 35 points on 10 of 20 from the field, goes 2 of 6 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a turnover, and a steal. CJ ended up with 24 points on 10 of 18 from the field, goes 2 of 6 from 3, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. Hassan Whiteside was huge in this game. Like, they could not stop him at all. He went for 23 points on 8 of 14 from the field, goes for 21 rebounds, an assist, a turnover, and he also had 5 blocks. And he was hitting his free throws as well. I think he went 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Melo had an excellent game all around. He went for 16 points on 7 of 9 from the field, goes 1 of 1 from 3, had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals. He ended up getting hung early in the game. He was trying to dunk it and didn't have enough lift, but he ended up getting a nice one on a missed basket. I can't even remember who missed the basket, but he had a nice little putback flush. And this was late in the game, so he still had his legs, so that was good to see. I think he got hung in that second quarter, but he laughed it off and still had an excellent game. Didn't get out of his rhythm at all. Played excellent defense. He was great in the mid-range game tonight. Only ended up taking 1 3-pointer, so I just liked where the Blazers were trying to shoot the ball. They were mostly living in that mid-range game, and even the defense was much better tonight. I know they didn't have a guy like Bradley Beal and Isaiah Thomas, but even if they did have those guys, the way they were playing defense, it would have been tough for the Wizards to get off and score because they were contesting shots, from the 3-point land. If they were trying to attack the basket, Hassan was in there altering shots. He ended up blocking 5, so it was just an excellent game all around from the Blazers, in my opinion. The team stats for the Wiz, they ended up shooting 38 of 90 for 42% from the field. They go 11 of 33 for 33% from 3-point land. They go 16 of 25 for 64% from the free throw line. Of their 38 made baskets, they get 19 assists. They pull down 41 boards, 14 of those offensive. They get 5 steals, 4 blocks, and they have 12 turnovers. For the Blazers, they shoot 45 of 88 for 51% from the field. They go 6 of 25 for 24% from 3-point land. They go 26 of 33 for 79% from the free throw line. of their 45 made baskets, they only get 16 assists. They pull down 41 boards as well. 11 of those are offensive. They get 6 steals, 7 blocks, and they also have only 7 turnovers. So they really took care of the ball. Even though both teams, in my opinion, I felt took relative good care of the ball. But the Blazers did it a lot better, which is a must against these better teams, like the team that we're going up against in the next game on Sunday against the Heat. They definitely have to take care of that ball, and they'll definitely have to be closing out on three-point shooters, because that's what the Heat do a lot. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game. After this blowout victory against the Wiz, just having that type of victory, you know what I mean, after such a shitty performance the night before or the last time out, it's just good to see. So they understand. They got hit in the mouth real hard from the Knicks, and the last time I saw, the Knicks were beating up on the Suns too. So it's not as it's not as bad of a loss against the Knicks if the Suns is out there getting their ass whooped too, because we ended up losing that lead to the Suns as well. So if the Knicks do end up beating the Suns, it's not as bad of a loss as I thought it was that night. But other than that, man. Oh yeah, Mario Hassan, his first game back since December 20th due to back spasms. He was out there balling. He didn't make any threes, but when he was attacking the basket, he looked really, really well. But just on to the next one, man. Got the Heat on Sunday night, so I'm looking forward to that one. But this is your boy P Money. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to all my supporters. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I am off this.